pala yung classroom lang na share ko. Okay, sorry. Ayan, ano nakita niyo na?
Okay, sir, okay.
Okay, good.
PowerPoint na.
Maganda yan. Ibig sabihin, nakikinig talaga. Kung tumagal na, hindi pala nakikita. Nako. Ito hirap sa online pagkano. Yung iba, may naalala ko, may mga estudyante ako na di pala nakikinig eh. Magtatanong ilang slides na kung nasaan. Okay, so continue natin, ano? Okay. Okay, yung sinasabi ko na ito yung 2010 exam natin. That's 2010. So, there are two guy wires. Dalawa, no? Attached to a wall, maybe. Baka may wall dito or here also. So, pinakita na lang niya is that free body diagram of this upper section. So, the first question is to compute for the resultant force. Okay? Ibig sabihin, resultant force lang nito of the anchor wires. And very specific siya. Resultant lang ng anchor wires, not including this concrete block. And then the angle of the anchor wire. And then the third question is the weight of the concrete block. So if you are going to separate this anchor wire, so what is the resultant? So simply taking up the forces or summing of forces vertical, yung paakyat, pataas, vertical component of this T2 and then vertical component of this T1. Okay? Considering this 15 degrees, that is opposite, opposite ito. So that is sine. So sine of 15 degrees times 7. So ito yan, no? 7 sine 15 degrees. Okay? And then for T2, this vertical component of T2, yung sinasabi nga natin T2y. Okay? So this T2y is just simply equal to that sine of 30, okay, times that 3.5. Okay? So we got the forces vertical. And then next is sum of forces horizontal. Okay? Yung horizontal naman ito dito, positive. Yung T2x, Sa kabila naman is negative. Alam naman natin na in our Cartesian coordinate system, going to the right is positive and to the left is negative. Okay? Okay? So you have here this 3.5, itong T2 is positive. That is this function is cosine of 30. Whereas this T1 is in opposite direction. This function is cosine as well but negative. So meron tayong negative dito 3.73 kilonewton for the horizontal force, which means it's going to the left. And then for the vertical force, going to the right and 3.56. So the resultant is just simply the hypotenuse, which is the square root of the squares of the vertical component and then the horizontal component. So we got the value of the resultant, which is the question number 1 for this problem. Malinaw naman, madali lang naman ito. Walang problema. Let's next to, kung may question, interrupt nyo lang ako. Okay? Okay. Second question. What is the ang tinatanong ng second question, I think, is the angle, okay, of this resultant force. So angle is simply this one, okay. Take note that the consideration of the angle of the resultant force is always in reference to the horizontal axis, okay. So that means kung kukumpute natin yung tangent theta nito is just opposite to the vertical, which is the FV, or vertical component, and then the horizontal component. And we get this angle of 43.7 degrees. Now, for the weight, okay, according to the weight, compute the weight, it's prevent the uplift with a factor of safety na 1.25. So, dadagdagan lang natin, makikita natin yung vertical component dito, going a lot sila doon. Kasi pagka sinapa up natin to forces vertical, okay, if we're going to sum up the forces vertical, going upward is equal to the forces going downward. Okay? So, W, yung kinumpute natin na vertical forces kanina, pagka T1 is sine 15, pagka T2y is sine 30, similar sa first question. Okay? Multiply lang natin ang additional na 25% or times 1.25. Kasi ang additional na safety is 25% of that total vertical forces, yung mga forces na sa tension guy wire. So multiply lang ng 1.25, then there will be an additional of 25%. That means, okay, yung weight capacity for this tension guy wires is equal to 4.45 kilonewton. Okay? Any question?
So,
Thumbs up? Okay.
Yes.
Come again?
Bakit hindi sinama yung weight sa
first question?
number 1?
Oh, kasi very specific
Yes,
yes, thank you. Very specific kasi yung first question, okay? Yung first question ang tinatanong lang is the resultant of the guy wire. Okay? So, dapat maging tawag dito very sabi nila vigilant sa mga question. Dapat specific resultant of the force of the anchor wires, This is a misleading question. Minsan pagka hindi natin binibigyan ng focus yung mga terms, nami-mislead tayo sa wrong answer. Resultant force of the anchor wires, Hindi naman anchor wire itong papunta dito. Nire-refer niya na anchor wire itong wire that anchors to a certain support. Okay? So specific siya doon. So hindi nakasama yung weight. Okay? Any more questions?
Tricky question pala yan, sir, no?
Ganun naman ang mga board exam type. Actually, simple lang siya, pero mga tricky lang. Okay? Kasi hindi magbibigay ang board exam ng mga mahabang questions. Knowing that you have around 70 items, 75 items, hindi mga mahaba yung mga questions nun. Okay? Okay, any further questions? Pagka wala, thumbs up lang kayo, para alam natin may reactions naman dyan sa baba. Okay, thumbs up lang pagka or kung may questions kayo, just interrupt me anytime. Don't hesitate to interrupt me. Okay? So we can continue. Okay, thank you. Para may reaction naman tayo na kahit sa mga science lang. Okay? Pagka hindi kayo mag-react, ibig sabihin good as okay yun. Okay lang naman. Kasi hindi naman tayo, minsan kasi hindi naman natin mapansin. Basta kung walang magre-react, ibig sabihin okay na tayo. We can move to the next question. Okay, so let's move. Okay, this one is actually this is assignment, Yung mga tatlong estudyante na nag-submit, nakuha naman nila nito. Ito. Simple lang naman ito. You have 6 steel cables, supporting a circular heavy molding of diameter 2 meters, okay? Diameter is 2 meters. And then from an overhead point na attached dito. If the molding weight is 2.5 kilonewton per meter, the uniform weight, and then attached to a point 3 meters above. From here, 3 meters pababa siya. Okay, so the question, what's the tension in each steel wire? Okay. So what you're going to do, have a free body diagram. Let's say let us cut this section and then consider one tension. Okay. So as you can see, isang tension lang ang gagamitin natin, then we'll multiply it by 6. Okay. Then we can compute for the tension. Okay. So the weight is 25 kilonewton per meter. If we are going to separate this part, you have this triangular figure. T, okay, and then theta, which is just equal to 3 over 1, okay? By tangent, we can get that angle as 71.57 degrees. Okay, so we can sum of forces vertical later. Okay, ito yung weight na natin, 7.5. Okay, so 2.5. And then, the weight Pagka itong mold, ang tawag niya? Molding weight, circular heavy molding. Okay. Pag circular yan, ano? Circular siya. Pagka, yan, circular. Ang isang ikot ng isang circle, the circumference is pi d or 2 pi r. Pagka in-stretch natin yan, para mas madali maintindihan, ito yung pi d. Okay? Pi times diameter. Diameter is equal to 2 meters. No, diameter is 2 meters. The total diameter, okay? The circumference now is pi d. Sorry. Okay? The circumference now is pi d. Diameter is 2 meters. So makakompute natin yung total length. Pagka kinat natin yan, ano, para mas maintindihan natin na parang line lang siya. Straight na line. Pi d, i-multiply mo ng 2.5. 2.5 times pi d, magkakaroon tayo ng total weight. 5 pi. Okay? Now, if we sum up forces vertical, okay. If we sum up forces vertical, what are the forces if we sum up forces vertical? So you have Ty, okay, itong Ty, which is just equal to sine of theta. Ano? Itong theta, opposite siya. Sine of theta or sine of 71.57.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Naka-record ba tayo?
Yes. Naka-record tayo. Live tayo sa
YouTube.
Zoom lang. Hindi ko pa
Zoom
nila-live sa YouTube.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. I-upload ko mamaya sa YouTube kasi yun lang yung i-upload ko sa Classroom. As I have said a while ago, medyo kumakain ng malaking data sa Google Drive ko sa Classroom. Okay? Kwanto. Okay na i-remind nyo ako minsan kasi minsan makalimutan ko. Check ko. Okay. It's recording. Okay? So yung vertical, Ty is just equal to that sine of 71.57 times t. Okay? Pagka minultiply mo tong sine theta times t, magiging Ty na tayo. Multiply mo ng 6, ano? Kasi 6 siyang wire, is equal to the total load na ito ng W is equal to 5 pi. So makakompute natin simply by using our calculator, we got this 2.76 kilonewton. Sa assignment, madami nakakuha, yung tatlo nakuha nila to. Okay? So, similarly, in computing for the stress of each of the rod, alam naman natin na stress is just equal to force over area. Given kasi yung stress ano sa problem, it's 124 megapascal. Alam naman natin na megapascal is equal to Newton millimeter squared. Okay? Huwag na tayo mag derive. Ito lang dapat matatandaan nyo. Ano? Megapascal or Newton millimeter squared. O pwede rin, minsan may mga cases, alam naman natin megapascal is equal to 1,000 kilopascal. Or 1 kilopascal is 1,000 pascal. Okay? So we can compute now using this formula. So yung T natin, 2.76 kilonewton, dapat i-convert natin into Newton. 1 times 1,000 magiging 2,760 Newton. Okay? And now the area of the circle, alam naman natin na area of circle is pi for d squared. Pero pwede rin, ano? Pi r squared. Tama ba? Since ang kinukompute naman natin is diameter, let's make use of this formula. Okay? Pi d squared over 4. So therefore, d is equal to 5.32. We can change it to 6 millimeters. Round up to 6 millimeters. Okay? Any questions about this one? Okay na? So we'll continue. Okay, thank you. Thumbs up naman dyan para hindi ma-paralyze yung daliri nyo. Yun na lang gagawin ninyo. Pwede kayong magkape-kape. Okay? Parang pabor na pabor sa inyo itong itong online Pabor sa atin lahat. Ang mamimiss lang natin nito sa